because I went the first time to get through that thick timber, and then it opens up into some parks where I figure elk could probably be getting some feed, and I'm hoping to get back into that area, but it's a long trek up and in there. It's uphill all the way, and it's a long ways, but it's all downhill from there, so here's hoping we can get up in there a little farther than I did last time. So far, this morning is absolutely calm, which is really nice. I hope it stays like this. It's supposed to snow a little bit, which it is. It's snowing a little bit, but if it's calm and snowing, that's a win. Beautiful morning to be in the woods. Morning sun. This is a good sign. There's two sets of elk tracks following this road right here. And they're probably yesterday's. They're windblown. And they have a little bit of snow in the top of the hole, but I can dig down a little and see the toe marks. And they're big. They're big elk tracks. So they're up in here, which surprises me because there's so much snow up here. It's not easy traveling, but they got nice long legs, so they must not seem to mind. It just keeps getting better. I can see across the way here under some of those trees, there must have been something that the elk could eat because they milled around over there. They've tracked it all up. And there's a bunch of elk scat on the ground over there. They were feeding in here for a while at one point, recently, because I can see them from all the way across here, so there are elk in this area, which is, I couldn't ask for more than that right now. I decided to set up in this spot because those elk that were milling around have bedded here, I'm guessing last night, sometime within the last 24 hours. And then they moved on up this way, so I'm going to stop here for a little while and call, and then work my way further back in and set up again. It's beautiful. It's going up and up and up. I found a really good spot to set up. I've got a tree to my back, which is nice. I like that when I can find it. This closer hill is under 200 yards. I could shoot anywhere on this hill under 200 yards. And then get out on that bigger opening there. That's anywhere from 300 to 500 depending on where you range, but I can see quite a bit right there. And then my calls can probably radiate way over there up into all those big timbered draws, so that's my hope. I sat here for probably half an hour and I'm getting cold. I'm gonna have to start moving again. The wind has picked up a little bit here. It's about noon. It's way harder hiking than it was last time I came up here. Even with the snowshoes on, it's really slow going. I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it to the top parks today. It's just too much snow and it will take too long. It'd probably be dark by the time I got there, and then I'd have to hike all the way back out. And it's not gonna be, like, it's hard hiking in because of the snow, but it's also uphill, so that's hard too. And usually then, you know, going out is a lot easier because it's downhill, but with this snow, it's not really gonna be much easier coming out. It'll be a little bit easier, but it's still gonna be slow because of the snow. You just can't go fast. It's too deep. Get all my stuff packed up here, and there's a storm coming. Looks like it's gonna be some pretty heavy snow. We'll see what happens. We'll see where it goes. It's a nice big elk bed. You can see the perfect outline of its back where it was laying. There's just been consistently tracks all over in here of elk. They're in here. It's starting to snow pretty good. The wind's picked up off and on. At the moment it's not too bad windy, it's just snowing. You can see that the elk made tracks all around these bushes. And I was like, oh, they're probably eating something on there. If you look at them, they're eating all this growth from the new growth from last year. It's just snipped off all over, taking big old chunks off of it. Doesn't look very appetizing, but I guess when you're hungry, huh? You're gonna eat whatever you can find. There's not much to eat out here right now. It's slim pickings. Well, I made it. This is the spot I was at last time when I had my campfire. I had done a setup up there and called for a while, and then came down and built a fire. Now there's elk tracks coming down right where I had my fire last time. Yeah, I don't know. It's 1 o'clock. It took me 5 hours. Yeah, it took me 5 hours to get here. That's a long time. At least I have an avalanche. It's so crazy. You can go from pretty much a whiteout blizzard to blinding sun. Montana doesn't know what she wants to do in the wintertime, apparently. Now it's kind of hot. Seen one deer today. All this elk sign. Not an elk, but I saw a deer. When I first started calling at my first setup, she came out from the timber across the draw and was looking up at the call and like curious what was going on over there. And then she hightailed it out of there. She didn't like the sound of something getting killed. Had a cottontail rabbit in distress call going on. It's been pretty. It's been fun. Anytime that I have to stop and be able to set anything down, I have to stomp out a circle area to be able to set stuff. Otherwise things are just going to disappear. Like I can't set my gun down in that or it'll just be buried. Today really does feel like I conquered something. It was a feat to get up here. It was not easy.